Well, from the 14th to the 16th of October, rather, the Construction Industries Federation of Namibia Development Forum hosted at the old power station, Luderitz Waterfront Development Company in the Xaras region, will bring together project owners, contractors and decision makers to unveil infrastructural development opportunities in the pipeline within the construction industries of Namibia. Now, projects will be presented and businesses have an opportunity to position themselves for the projects that will transform Namibia's southern coast. Joining us with more on this is the CEO of the Construction Industries Federation of Namibia, Barbel Kirshner, and business owner at Namibia Welding Building and Civil Works, that is Harold Maton. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Now, I'd like to start with you, Ms. Kirshner. Could you please talk to us about the Construction Industries Federation of Namibia and why this event is happening in Luderitz?
Thank you very much. Yes, it was a choice. It was a conscious decision to host this event in Luderitz, and that is done in collaborations with the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. Last year we had an event, a whole day event on the Hyphen Energy project, which was hosted here in Windhoek.
Okay.
And we heard a lot about all these technical specifications, and we felt then obviously there will be a lot of infrastructure, supporting infrastructure required in Luderitz and the surrounding area, and that it would be necessary for our industry to become aware of what is in the pipeline in Luderitz. I mean, we're looking at roads in Luderitz, we're looking at housing, as well as, of course, all the utilities, waters, energy, waste management. All of that is very important, and it's important that our industry hears about that. And on the other side, I mean, the distance from Windhoek, from Luderitz to Windhoek is just as much as like Windhoek to Luderitz. It's about time that we go there where the action is. And so, yes, we are looking very much forward to the event in Luderitz, and it was a conscious decision.
Okay. Now, I want to understand how this forum will impact the construction industry in Namibia.
Well, I think it's for the first time that we have project owners, public and private project owners, present their information about forthcoming projects in the pipeline. And it will allow us as an industry to become aware of what the opportunities are and to prepare accordingly, so that we look at sort of what are the capacities that we need to improve in terms of skills, plants and machinery, and also, financing and prepare ourselves. And also at the same time, I mean, it's really positive what's happening there. And I think, seeing what is in the pipeline, I think really will motivate us as well for our sector. We had years of recession, so I think that's really good for our industry. And we will be focusing predominantly about the contracts in Luderitz, or the projects in Luderitz, but also in the Xaras region. And, it will allow us to plan ahead and to make sure that Namibian companies are ready for the action.
When hearing about Ms. Kirshner speaking about Namibian companies, Mr. Maton, I can't help but then wonder whether SMEs will be represented here at this forum and what opportunities lie for them.
I think, like Barbel just mentioned, it's such a rare opportunity for SMEs to actually come here firsthand, and the bigger contractors, obviously, of what's planned. I mean, we're talking here of mega structures. We're talking here of the stuff that you used to see on Discovery Channel. We're talking harbors, we're talking energy, we're talking roads, infrastructure. It's massive. And there's a saying is, how do you eat an elephant? And that's piece by piece, And I think that's where the SMEs comes in. This is massive elephant in front of us, and we must eat it piece by piece. And this conference is ideally for us to see what piece you're going to eat, where you're going to fit into this big puzzle. And that makes it so awesome. I don't think it's another word to describe it, because we're gonna talk about the project owners. So you're gonna hear someone talk about this 4 billion rand expansion on the harbour, and that 4 billion rand, or Namibian dollars rather, is divided in small pieces. There's going to be some, from the lady who's going to sell the fed cook, right to the guy who's going to pour the concrete. Every piece of the puzzle needs to be fitted out there, and you must go and see where you fit in there.
But I think for some of our viewers that are watching and are still wondering, what exactly would they benefit from these sessions at the conference? What would you say?
I think it's exactly what I explained now is we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
So once they explain this massive project that's going to be showcased there, is you can see where you can fit in. And
Okay.
I think where Babel also made the statement just now is we've never had this before in our country. So we're going to sit with an opportunity where we can see massive infrastructure development and where you can fit in. So this is the rare opportunity where an SME can actually grow into a bigger company, where you can grow into a large company, because what we want to do, and the CIF, if I'm not mistaken, our main purpose is to equip our local contractors to ensure that we make use of local content as much as possible. Because, you know, once you start talking of these big projects, we are all scared.
Yes.
Because I can't do this, I can't afford that, you know. So we're going to talk about collaborations. We're going to talk about JVs. We're going to talk about how to do contracts, how to fill out, how to do a proper assessment of a tender document. We're going to do training on that as well. So it all fits down together to how can we make this work for Namibians first, to ensure that we use as much as possible of our local content and not necessarily go out and bring foreigners in.
Yeah. Hearing you explain that, I'm really also thinking that this will be an opportunity for networking, right?
I don't think there's a better way to network. And, you know, during these discussions, you're going to have, like I said, the project owners is going to be there.
Yeah.
You're going to have larger contractors there. You're going to have small SMEs there, you know, and that's where business cards need to be shared. We need to talk, what do you do? How can we complement each other? And later at the end of the conference, we're going to do training. So how can we form a JV to make sure we are strong enough to partner and make sure that local content, local contractors is empowered and building that massive infrastructure.
Now, Ms. Kirshner, we heard about all these different stakeholders that will be present at this forum, and it shows that there's big collaboration in the industry. Speak to us about the importance of collaboration in the construction industry, for example.
I think it's very important that not only, I mean, we all have it at the interest is at our heart is that we really focus on developing our own industry, maintaining the capacity as well as increasing the capacity, growing the capacity. And I think it's in everybody's interest really to see that Namibian industry is supported. And that would be, you know, government entities, state-owned enterprises. I'm sure it's also the financiers, as well as the private project owners. We want to see our own economy grow.
Yeah.
And, you know, that the funds, the money is circulated in Namibia. So it's very important that the industry collaborates and that we, like Harold said, that we complement each other and understand what resources are available and, you know, where we can work together. With that, we can, you know, collaboration is always much more important, you know, than the opposite, in a sense. It's really understanding what the other person can do, what skills they can bring on board, to ensure that as Namibia, we build the infrastructure as Namibians. And collaboration for that reason is absolutely essential.
Now, I unfortunately just received an indication that we don't have much time for our conversation. So perhaps I could just get your final remarks here. Maybe let me start with you, Babel, on how a project like this or a forum like this could benefit the Luderitz, where this event is taking place, for example.
I think the focus will be on Luderitz. I think it's important that we all go there. Why would we expect it the other way around? Normally everybody from the region will have to come to Windhoek. But I think it's important, and the action will be there in the future. And I think it's time that we get ready. It's time that we understand what's happening on the ground.
Yeah. With you, Mr. Maton, maybe how those that are interested can be part of this conference, and your final remarks.
I really want to urge each and every SME, each and every contractor, each and every stakeholder, whether you're a labor broker, it doesn't matter what it is, come and attend because you can add value. And the most important thing is, they say if you want to cut a tree, you've got 7 days, spend 6 days to sharpen your axe. So we need to get ready. If we are not ready, we will have an influx of other people coming in and doing our jobs.
Yeah. What's the procedure to attend?
Okay.
Perhaps I can just add, yes, we can still receive registrations. There is a fee starting at just over 1,000, because it's a 3-day event, which also includes meals and everything, and attending every session of the forum. And people can reach us at admin at cifnamibia.com. But it is really necessary that they get in touch with us soon, because by Monday evening we need to close our registration. So get in touch with us as soon as possible, really.
Yeah.
And it's filling up quickly as well.
Yeah.
So let's. I think we've got a 300-seater auditorium, if I'm not mistaken, and it's
Yeah, so they really need to make sure that they come as early as possible to not lose out.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you both for being here. All the best with the conference and safe travels to Luderitz.
Thank you, appreciate it. And
Thank you
see
so
you
much,
there.
Alaga.
Yes.
Much appreciated.
All right.
Yeah.